So I was trying to think of a way to label this video. So I didn't want to just do one because I have so many shoes to shoot. So what I'm going to do is my recent Nike pickups, which is probably going to be missing a Jordan or two, but we'll leave that alone. I'm just going to do like the acquisitions I like the most since we're getting towards the end of the year. But my recent Nike pickups, we'll kick it off with, I guess we'll just kick it off with this bad boy, right? Kick it off with this. First and foremost, shout out to Forcefield. If you notice, 2 of these shoes are Air Force 1s. If you don't know, you will in a minute. But I like to make sure my shoes don't crease, so Forcefield decreasers in everything that can crease. How do you open this thing? So we got Air Force 1 Paranoise. If you're familiar, this is the second iteration of the shoe. There was a black pair. This is the white pair, so white, black, 10.5, my usual Air Force 1 size. I will say that they ran a little large, just slightly. Like I was gonna do a 10, but the 10 was a little too snug. But for some reason, the 10.5 didn't feel like a standard Air Force 1. So sorry for talking over the paper. Make sure there's no extras in here. I'm just going to go over some of the detailing hits. I'm sure you guys have seen these already, but regardless, this is kind of like a nylon patch. There's adhesive back here, but you can peel it off and I don't know, put it on something. I don't know what you want to put it on, but you can do that if you wanted to. I'll move these boxes too. But anyway, yeah. So it's a clean look. I will say I've been leaning towards the Air Force 1 a little heavy, maybe because Nike's been doing a hard push on the Air Force 1. If you guys have noticed, maybe not. But yeah, Air Force 1 is definitely on Nike's radar to be put out into the forefront for Nike, or revised or revitalized, or however you want to put it. But they've been pretty much destroying the game. Air Force 1 is no exception to that. But yeah, the Air Force 1 has been pushed pretty heavily. I can't remember the black pair, if it had the same detailing or not. I'm pretty sure it had the same detailing because the midsole was white and it had the white the streaks on it as well. I just can't remember it off the top of my head, but the material on the shoe is super fire. But the cool thing is it peels away and there's a design underneath the actual paint that's on the top here. You can see in some of the areas that it's cracking already. I mean, I don't really care. I'm going to wear them, so you can hear it cracking, but you can also see it cracking as well. So you can expose that a little later on, or probably after one wear. I haven't even put them on yet, or I haven't worn them yet, I should say. But you can really see the design kind of through the toe box. I apologize if you could hear my heat in the background. They come with these nice little lace agate lockers at the top here if you want to throw them in. A lot of people I notice have been doing their laces backwards, so they've been starting at the top, working their way down, and then tying them at the bottom. That's cool. Not for me, but I guess for you if you want to do that. You got a lace swap. That's a white pair and a black pair. Super fat laces on these bad boys. What is on the... There's some letters on here. PE, I'm assuming Paranoise abbreviation. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. Yeah, because I really didn't look up anything on the shoe. I just like the shoe, so that's that. You got a sunflower on the tongue. And then what else is on the footbed here? I think the print that's on the shoe is on the footbed as well. Honestly, I just like the shoe. I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over again. Super clean, fire, and just an easy wear. I've been on my... I'm not going to say monochromatic look, more or less lately, but I do just like wearing the shoes that I like wearing, and I've just been beating them up. Plus, I have some things going on, so like kind of cleaning up my sneaker repertoire. So getting stuff out of the way and moving stuff, so I'm only keeping basics in the forefront. This would be a basic. Next up, we got Air Max 95 in the neon. I've been sitting on these for quite some time. I should have reviewed them before the release. It is what it is. I apologize. I'm not big on the hype thing, where like you gotta like be the first person to post a shoe. Like I really don't give a fuck. But realistically, this is just an OG. I mean, they dropped in 2015 also. I'm really waiting for the 01 pair, which is like all black with the Volt coloring. But it's just a shoe. If you like 95s, if you like the OG feel, this is super nostalgic for me. 95s just remind me of like high school and chilling, and really like the first time I was really into shoes. These Uptempos, anything along that like early night or actually mid 90s line of like cooler sneakers or chiller sneakers or whatever you want to call them. Definitely Air Max 95. This is an ode to the day. But anyway, comfortable. I have to size up in them, so if you're wondering about sizing, I would definitely size up. I like a snug fit and I have to size up. These are a size 11. As you can see, most of my other stuff is a 10.5. My Jordan 1s, my Asics, most of my stuff is 10.5. But these I had to do a size 11 just because I wanted the room, and there's no give on this toe box. So if your toe's to the front, it's to the front, and that's pretty much it. If you're wearing an Air Force 1, the leather's going to give. It gives on the sides. It gives you a little bit extra room. So it is what it is, but just classic, clean, cool colorway. Cool gray all the way up from different shades, from anthracite all the way up to the light gray or cool gray. 3M on the tongue, nylon, or 3M down the tongue, nylon with your mesh on the toe box. Just classic stuff. Super comfortable too. So like it's an everyday type of wear. Came in a couple different size runs. Obviously I think it went from like preschool all the way up to adult. The only differential was the different coloring here on the forefront of the outsole. I think it's all black on the GSIs. They still have the bubbles. There is a slight price point differential as well, but I don't think that matters at this point. If you're going to cop them, I'm sure they're sold out everywhere. But yeah, anyway, we'll move along to the last one. Get that out of there. And then Air Force 1 on the top of the box. These just came in the mail. I mean, obviously they dropped a week and a half ago and they just came in the mail today, so we're not going to talk about Kith shipping, but Air Force 1, low Kith, size 10.5, like we just spoke about, like all my other shoes. White, brilliant orange, and they don't put the blue on there. Anyway, let's open this up. So, obviously, what we have here are the Knicks Air Force 1, Am95 Kiths. Take on the Knicks jersey, some suits, some fits, dipset, spit some verses out, bars, as I guess you would call it, whatever. Anyway, that was fire. I'll definitely give it that. Jim Jones, Cameron. It was nice to see Dipset doing some work. But overall, shoe super fire. It's a retake or a redo or a re-envisioning of the Taiwan Air Force 1 with the blue and the red. So it's more of a gel swoosh, not a... What's the jewel swoosh? This is not a jewel swoosh. This is a gel swoosh. So it has like a gradient to it, which is super fire. It leans from the orange to a translucent or clear, and then the blue on the medial side all the way down to a clear as well. You can see a little bit better on this one how it fades out. It does the same gradient on the tongue, but we'll get that in a minute. Air Force 1, so I really don't have to go over too much detail. Kith Air on the back instead of Nike Air on the back. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, super. Honestly, the leather feels super nice, which makes me think that they actually went like full grain leather on this, which is pretty cool. I mean, not for the environment, whatever, who cares. Gradient on the tongue moniker, you got Kith from orange to blue for the Knicks colorway, black swoosh, Air Force 1. Kith on the footbed. I don't want to move the sticker because I'm just not in the mood. Overall, super clean, super plush. The only thing I don't like, icy outsole. That's going to be yellow in no time soon, but it'll be what it is. Also, Dubrays for the extra set of laces in gold, which is going to look pretty nice inside the shoe. I will say that. So the extra touch was appreciated. I don't know why wouldn't you just put it directly in the shoe, but it is what it is. I guess they want to give you an extra set of laces with gold agulets and gold Dubrays that say Kith on them. I'm going to bring it a little closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Chilling, Kith. If you guys have any, 10.5 fits just like a normal Air Force 1. Again, please don't crease your toe boxes. Unless you plan on beating the shit out of these, keep them a little nice, you know what I'm saying? I did almost forget the other hit for NYC on the heel. I don't know how I missed that, but it's NYC with the orange swoosh underneath it. I showed it to you before when we were looking at the swoosh and then blazed right over it, but that's a nice little detailing effect as well. And then I also got the hoodie and the sweats. I'll just show you the hoodie. It's a Nike hoodie. I will say that men's extra large. Fits a little short for some strange reason. I don't know if I can zoom out anymore with this lens. I cannot, so we'll leave it at that. Embroidered box logo on the chest. Nice hit. It's not heat pressed. It's actually embroidered through and through. I'll show you that right here. Pretty clean. And then also there's a NYC hit like the back heel on the sleeve, which is pretty nice. I did opt for the orange. I thought it was a clean colorway. I thought it was a little different than the black. I'm not going to wear it that much anyway, so like, whatever. Orange is fire. And I mean, the black would have been an easier wear, but I just think this orange is super fire. Anyway. Yeah, I literally almost forgot about these. So I also picked these bad boys up. What the hell's going on here? Some of you might know, some of you might not know. I don't know. Who knows what about anything. But yeah, if you're in my age bracket, you definitely know what these puppies are. Let me give you the box real quick. These are Nike Air Total Max Uptempo. Yeah, it's Miller action. You loved them, you hated them in the 90s. It is what it is, especially from New York. But we'll talk about this. Size 11, black Volt, chilling. So this is another nostalgic piece for me as far as basketball goes. I was actually speaking with someone at Nike about Nike basketball, and I was more enthused about maybe seeing a Gary Payton revival or something of that nature, but they hit you with the Reggie Miller Super Fire. If you remember, they were white and royal. Super clean. I just love the black and the Volt. If you guys know or do not know that I am a big fan of the Altitude 13. It's probably my favorite 13, possibly favorite Jordan of all time. Just love that black with the bright green or Volt contrast. Obviously, Air Max 95 is another big one with the Volt contrast. I believe, I'm not sure how I'm doing this review, but I think they're all going to be in the same review. They'll all be in the same review. I definitely mentioned that I'm waiting for the black and Volt Air Max 95 from like 2001 to make a reappearance as well, so that's almost the same exact colorway. But yeah, vintage basketball, I guess you can call it vintage at this point. I don't know if I'm even going to wear these. I don't even know, but I wanted them super bad. But yeah, at some point I'll probably do like a sweatpant look with these things. I don't know if I'm going to do like a full like out fit with them yet. I'm not sure how I'll style them, but I'm definitely going to at some point throw these puppies on. Super comfortable. Had to size up for some strange reason. I remember back in the day they were super big on me in my size, and I'm pretty sure I was the same size as I am now from then. I don't think my foot's growing, but yeah, I remember wearing a 10 when I was in high school, but now they are an 11, so something's going on here. But obviously over time, like, they change materials, they change structure, sometimes the last is different. I haven't seen these in forever. It could just because I wasn't looking for them, but seeing them now, the size 11 is what I had to go with. So if you're wondering about sizing, they do run a little bit small. If you're going to try and pick them up, I'm going to move them here. Just super simplistic and clean. You have that Durabuck across the, I guess, the lace area, running across the mudguard and lateral side of the shoe. You have it's a pretty good synthetic leather, a jewel kind of swoosh in the Volt with a black embroidery around it, patent leather striping across the heel area, swooping across the back. Nike, you got a gray mesh, or silver mesh I should say, Nike on the pull tab, chilling. They do that very well. And then you got the mirrored air inside of here. You might not be able to see it. You could probably see my ring light though. Let's see if I can cover it up. You can't see the air, but it says air kind of etched into that, and then rolling to the medial, it's mirrored from the lateral side. Super clean. You got that Durabuck up the tongue with the mesh. Very, very comfortable, like I said before. The Nike moniker, Nike Air. Pretty clean. Simple. Easy. That's it. I'm out of here. Thumbs up, always appreciated. Any questions, hit the comment section. Peace.